Okay. So I want to share my screen with you. So we've gone through all the activities as to how to launch PowerPoint application. This time round, I want us to launch the PowerPoint application using the search button. So you click in the search bar, then you type the name of the program you want to launch. So here we are launching PowerPoint. So we can type it. And upon typing, we can see that the PowerPoint application is pinned at the start menu. So you click on it. Please, can you see my screen? Okay. Then from the startup screen, you click on blank presentation. This is a presentation software. So you click on blank presentation to display the PowerPoint. So what is the name of this session? Yes, who can tell me? What is the name of this session? Yes. I can't see your face well, so anyone with the answer can tell us. The slide pane, very good. The slide pane. What is the name of this section where the cursor is hovered? Yes, the class. The slide. Very good. So now we are going to look at how to create a presentation with Microsoft PowerPoint. So upon launching your program, you can see that it opens with a slide. The slide is the page on which you put your information. When you are working in Microsoft Word, the area where you work is termed as the task area or work area. For presentation software, we don't call it work area, but we call it slide. So this page on which we can put our information for our audience is termed as slide. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. So I want to prepare a document for presentation. So here in the first slide, what do I have to do? I have to put my BIOS. So maybe I will type ICT. Okay. You can see. How?
And who has called you to talk? The host no control.
Can you see now? Can you see? Yes. All right. I've started. So here, I want to give the headings. So what subject are we doing? ICT. So you pick the first text box, you give your topic. So here we have the ICT and the subject. And what subject are we doing? That's ICT. So the first page must contain information about whatever presentation you want to present to your audience. As I have said, this is a software we use to make presentation to audience. Okay, so here we are. If you want to give this a color, what will you do to give it a color? We want to give the subject a different color other than the default color. What do we do? Yes, any of you?
Sir, please you click on the animation.
You click on the animation.
Yes.
No. If you want to give different color, what do you have to do? Yes, any other person?
Sir, go to design.
No. So here you have to do what? Select the text. Then you go to the font color. Then you select your desired color for the font. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. Now we want to give a theme to the whole presentation. So how do we select our theme for the presentation? Who can help us? How will you give a theme to your slides? Yes, who can help us with it? Yes, who wants to help? How will you give a theme to your slides? We have done this. Oh, it's just a revision before we continue with our work. Who wants to help?
What do you name? What do you name? How?
And what do we have to do? You have to click on Design tab. Very good. Then from the theme options, you select your desired theme. Very good. So all these are themes you can apply to your design or to your slides. So what do you see? Whenever you pick a darker theme, it presents your text in a brighter text format. So the background is darker, and here we have the text to have what? A brighter color. So that is how it is. So all these are things we can use for our slides. All right. Okay, let's use this. All right. So here we want to insert a new slide. What do we have to do to insert a new slide? How will you insert a new slide? Can any one of you help?
Please, you go to home.
You click on home, then you do what?
And select a new slide.
Then you select your new slide. So here, when you click on the drop down arrow, when you click on the drop down arrow, you see that we have different types of slides from which you can choose. So we have title and content. So let's choose the title and content. So here we are, we have a new slide, and you can see that at the task pane now we have slide 1 and slide 2. So what do we do in the first text box? So here we want to discuss, am I disturbing? Okay. We want to put our caption here. I'm going to treat a topic on spreadsheet. So I can put a question here. Let me use Word. That is what you are familiar with. So what is word processor? So here becomes the caption. Then the other text field is what you are going to put your detailed information. Is it clear? Yes. All right. So here we also put our information. So what is word processor? Who can help us? Yes, I can see many hands. One should help us with it. Get up and say it. Go to the computer. Go to the computer. Go to the computer. I want to hear you clearly. I want to type whatever you say. So go to the computer.
Is the application process of opening, creating, formatting, and printing out text documents.
Okay, so is the application program used to create, edit, and format text documents. Clap for her. So word processor is the application program we use to create, edit, and format text documents. Very good. So here we have both text fields being used. The top one is for caption, and the down one is for the content. So we have our content here, and we have our title here. Can you see?
Yes.
All right, now let's format the text field, the caption, and the content. So here we want to bold our text. Who can help us? What do we have to do before we can bold the text? Yes, the one at the back. Somebody got up from the back. Somebody got up from the back. Talk, I can hear. So you select the text, then you click on the bold button at the font view or group. Very good. Now we want to apply font color to it. So what will we do? What do we have to do? We want to apply font color. The text is already selected. It's active.
Please, you click on the font color. Then you choose your desired color you want.
Very good. So you click on the drop down arrow. Then the drop down arrow will show the color box or the color palette. So from the color palette, you choose your desired color for the test. Is it nice? All right. So here we are. Okay. Now we want to give this test field a background color. So what do? We have to click on the test field, the edge. Then we come to format. So here, can you see?
Yes.
All right. So you can see that we have fill color. So when you click on the fill color, it will drop the color box. Then you pick your color for it. So here we are. Let me pull this here. Can you see that? Okay. So we have been able to apply field color to the test field. Now here, let's leave it like that. So what can we do to insert a new slide? Who can help us again? We want to insert a new slide. What do we have to do?
Please, you click on Home tab.
You click on
And
Home
after
tab.
that,
I'm listening.
then after that, you click on the new slide drop down arrow.
You click on the slide drop down arrow. Good.
Then you choose your desired slide.
Then you choose your desired slide. Very good. Clap for him. Okay. So we have our third slide. So here we want to list some examples of word processor. So the caption text field will have it as examples of word processor. Then we come to the text field or the content text field. Then we choose or we give the examples. So who can help us with some of the common examples of word processor? Yes.
Yes, please.
I mentioned them. WordPad, very good. Okay, so we want to bullet it. We want to bullet our document. So we have Word. I'm coming. So we have Word pad. What again? Word perfect. What again?
Apple page.
Apple page. What again?
Yes.
Microsoft Office Word.
Microsoft Office Word. Microsoft Office Word. Good. What again? Yes.
LibreOffice Word.
LibreOffice Word. Okay. Etc. Very good. So here too, we want to format our caption. So what do we have to do? We come to the text field here. Can we see?
Yes.
Then the drop down menu for the color palette will drop. then you choose your desired color. Okay, so if you go for black again, then we can select the text and make it a brighter color. So here you have to come to the font color, then you give a brighter color to your font. Can we move on? Can we move on? Hello? Hello? Please, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we want to compare the difference between Microsoft's Excel and Word. We want to compare two things in the document window. So here we have to choose a different slide that can help us compare. So here we have been using this title and content. Here we have two content which we can use to compare. Here too we have comparison. We can use this also to compare. So let's choose this. All right. So what are we going to compare? Let's have it as, okay. Difference between format So in your document or in your presentation, when you want to compare two things, this is the slide type you can use. This time round, we want to compare two things. The difference between formatting toolbar and standard toolbar. So here we can type formatting then here we can type standard toolbar.
Yes. When you are given the opportunity and say, make bowachi, make bowachi. Okay.
Okay, what are the differences between formatting and standard toolbar? Who can give me one difference? Yes, who can help us? The differences between standard toolbar and the formatting toolbar. Who can help us? Okay, so here we can say that it's formatting toolbar. It contains tools for changing the appearance. A given text. Is it clear to you? Yes, the tools on the formatting toolbar are used to change the appearance of the text. Then the tools on the okay, it contains tools for editing the contents of your document. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Very good. So here you can see that the slide chosen helps us to compare two things. So in the slide option, there are so many slide type you can use. Initially, the slide 1, 2, and 3, we use title and content because we needed to give a caption and a content. The second slide 2, we gave a caption and a content. But in slide 4, we wanted to compare two things. So you cannot use the title and the content slide for this. That's why we went in for the comparison. So here it is helping us to compare two things. That's formatting toolbar and standard toolbar. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So again, we can say that formatting toolbar contain common tools such as bold, italic, underline, etc. Then here we can also say that standard toolbar contain tools such as copy, cut, paste, etc. Are we comparing two things? Are we comparing two things?
Yes.
Very good. So whenever you want to compare two things, this is what you are supposed to do. Is it clear to you?
Yes.
All right. Now we are going to look at how to choose a slide that will enable you to insert image in your document. So please pay attention. That will be the last activity. We are going to look at how to insert image in your presentation. So here, when we go to the drop down arrow for slide, then we can see here picture with caption. Picture with caption. So it means we can use this to insert picture into the document. Here too, okay, let's use this. So you click on this slide, then you click at the middle. Then you go to where your pictures are. So here we are browsing for the picture we want to insert. So you go here. We are still searching for pictures. So here you click. So we have been able to insert a picture. So whenever you want to insert picture into your presentation, then you must be very particular about the slide that you select. So here, to insert a picture in your slide, you click on the drop down arrow, then you pick picture with caption, and this will enable you to insert a picture into your presentation. There is another way. We can also use this. All this allows you to insert pictures. So here we can insert charts. Here we can insert graphics. Here we can insert picture. Here we can insert outline. Here we can insert video. So all these we can use, but here it is used for comparison when you want to compare two things. So in this box, you bring the image here to you bring the image. Is it clear to you? All right. So let's look at how to insert chart. Then here too, you can insert so this is that. So please, all the slides over there, they have been predefined to be used in a special way. So on this note, I will end the session here. Use the remaining minutes to practice what we have been able to do this morning. Turn on the laptops and the desktop computers. Open PowerPoint application and create 10-slide presentation. 10-slide presentation. Please listen so that you don't make any mistake.
Hey, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Listen.
You are creating a 10-slide presentation. On one slide, compare two things. So I want you to choose a slide that will help you to compare two things. So you can work on anything, maybe living things and non-living things, so that you can compare the differences in that slide. So create a 10-slide presentation, format your work very well, and save it with your name on the computer. It can serve as your project work for 20 marks. Then, class captain, please give them the workbook and let them do the next exercise in the workbook under the treated topic, PowerPoint. So on this note, we shall end here. You can attend to your work now. Bye-bye.